Good morning, everybody. Today we are going to be reviewing Odyssey in foil. It was requested, I promised it, and here it is. For those that don't want to stick through the whole video, let me do the quick top 5 non-foil value cards before I do the foil ones. This set is all about the pursuit of the Mirari, lore-wise, which is also the set symbol. As you can see, the beautiful artifact in a vault of the Cabal, which is, we'll go over it shortly, or actually towards the end of the video is when you'll see the artifacts. Let's do this very briefly or quickly. We have Entomb, which is the most expensive card in this expansion in non-foil. It's worth $30. And then we have Deserted Temple, also around $30. Tarnished Citadel at $24. Tainted Pact and Time Stretch, which are both around $10 to $12. And then Karmic Justice, which is also very close to it, which is why it's a 6th edition, which is at $10. So here are our top 5/6 cards of value in the set for the non-foil version of it. There's also a full set, I'll put to the side real quickly, of Odyssey in non-foil, but I believe we do not need to review that since there is no variance other than foil and non-foil. So we'll start here. I hope this is all in frame and the glare is okay. Awesome. So yeah, I'm so happy to keep sharing my collection with all of you. I've been doing a few videos at this point, so I'm starting to get more and more comfortable on finding some kind of a format. I'd love to hear all and every suggestion. I read all the comments and I really like having conversations with you. This is the first set of the three block era, which was Odyssey, Torment, and Judgment. And it's all this. I think the whole story starts about 100 years after Plane Shift, and it's about the fight and the pursuit to get the Mirari. We follow basically Kamal, who's a good guy, and the bad people in the set are the merfolks, like Aboshan, I believe, Aboshan, or however you say his name, and the Cephalid Empress. I forgot her name right now, but it may come to me at some point. Hello, 1 second. Let me just put this in frame so I have an idea when I go over the foil top value cards, so I can take a little second and show them to you. These cards were, oh, you had all the desires. Yep. Kurtar, which we actually see, I believe, is in Judgment. In Judgment, we see Commander Kurtar. This set had, for mechanics, Threshold, which was very popular. You had to have 7 cards in your graveyard in order to activate, in order to have an ability activate. This is still, I guess, well, it's not so early. This came out in 2001, so this is, what, 8 years into the creation of Magic. So I guess they were still experimenting with certain dynamics and taking away others. Oh, sorry, my bad. Here we see Lieutenant Kurtar. I think is the other Bird Lord that we see in Judgment. Tishar, maybe? I forget some of the names. But this is the set that I played probably the most. I was 11 years old at the time, and I had, I think I said several times, a squirrel deck. I had a squirrel deck that I would play, and just seeing the lore and reading the stories really is close to heart. Piana, I think we may have, did we go over him already? LMNOP, nope. Piana is probably coming. We had the Mystic Crusader, This was played. I had actually a lot of these life gain cards. Mystic Crusader, protection from black and red. We still saw cards with protection from colors fairly regularly at this time. This was, oh, this is art by Kev Walker. Wow. I think he's just so talented. Where is Piana? There is Piana. He's our Nomad captain. I was infatuated with this card as a kid. Some find inspiration in their swords, others find it in their leaders. He's wearing this little skull cape, Nomad captain. I would just imagine him taking his little tribes of people and going around the continent of Otaria. I believe that's what it is. Well, looks like we have planes or helicopters keeping us company today in the sky. I don't know if you can hear it so well. These are some protection kind of spheres. The art is mind-boggling. It's incredible. I'm going to take one out here. Christopher Moeller. He did all of them. Wow. You know what? This name doesn't ring that much of a bell to me. Funny enough. And I open a lot of cards, so I'm surprised. I actually am going to look up if he does other art. I mean, look for all his other cards, art cards and other sets. And this is Soul Catcher. Again, you know, nothing special. This is a common or uncommon. It's an uncommon, I think. And it's just the art to me. Bird Soldier, done by Ron Spencer, and Holy Courier's Guide, Aven Spirits Up to the Home of the Ancestors. It's just... This may be slightly longer than usual. Again, who knows? Let's see. This is really taking me down memory lane, so I'm very appreciative. And I really like showing my sets to all of you. Or this is Christopher Moeller again. Wow. This man, what an artist. Lawan is the wife. There we go. Boshan and Lawan, who I believe we see in Torment. She will take control of, I believe, a legendary permanent, and Aboshan's Desire after seeing Kurtar's Desire. And of course, when we enter black, we're going to get into that amazing Cabal Patriarch. I'm surprised legends don't hold more value. You know, they're just so iconic and special. I get that they're not maybe super playable, but to me, they're the people that carry the story. And I guess the value for that is not that special. I wish it were. I really, really enjoy them. I would hoard all of them if I could. Just because they're so beautiful and special, and I'd love to be able to have 10 copies of all the legends in Magic. Patron Wizard was special. This would be in counter decks at the time. I'd love to know what your favorite card were from Odyssey. Serpent. I know this, again, sorry, we're going to take a little time going over some of these. I know it's been, I think, already 9 minutes, and I'm still just in blue. But to me, these sets were priceless, and this is a big part of my childhood, and loved going over all of it. Predict is actually one of the most expensive foils in the set. It's currently at $150. Oh my God. Stand Still, Thought Devourer. Do you remember these awful beast or nightmares, illusions, and stuff like that just were awful to play, but you just had these creatures? Upheaval and Traumatize. Upheaval you'd play in mill decks, and Traumatize you'd play in mill decks, and Upheaval is similar to, I guess, Cyclonic Rift. And it's just beautiful. Kev Walker again. Look at this art. Yeah, it's just stunning. Braids. Beautiful, iconic legend. I'm sorry, I have to show him to you guys up close. The stunning and beautiful and scary Cabal Patriarch from Mark Zug. I hope the pace is okay, guys. Please tell me in the comments if I'm going too slow, if I'm going too fast, if there are more things you want to talk about. And Tomb, the second most expensive foil in the set. It's currently around $350. This one's nice. The Diabolic Tutor with the snake. Just really important cards that are beautiful to see with this art. And it just does it throw all of you guys back in memory lane? I'm trying to think of other decks that I played at the time. The first one that comes to mind, really, and the first deck I ever had was the Squirrel deck. I'm pretty convinced I had a very, very terrible Sliver deck. This is Tainted Pact, the most expensive card in Odyssey and foil. It's at $410, something like that, and very memorable art by Adam Rex. Tombfire. Just these ghosts are just, they're so beautiful. Zombify. Return target creature from your graveyard to play for 4. That has to see play today, maybe, in some Reanimator decks. Bomb Squad, you had all the bombs and the dwarves. These were so fun. Dwarven Strike. There is Kamal, one of the most important characters in the story, that goes from his big red man to eventual druid. This is him when he was a pit fighter. I didn't come to play, I came to win. Interesting stuff. Firebolt, Epicenter. I'm trying to move a little bit faster so that we're not here for an hour. Price of Glory and all the obstinates. Recoup. I think back in the day, they put, I'm not sure what this symbol is. The little tablet. Do you guys know what that means? The little tablet here on Seize the Day. Is that like today when they say it's a story spotlight or something like that? Or is it because it's introducing a new mechanic? I'm seeing it on this other card that has flashback, so that probably meant, it looks like a gravestone. Okay, so that's what it is. Okay, we figured it out. So the little gravestone on the side of the card meant that, yep, seeing it here again and here again, it was for cards for flashback. It was to mean that you could probably play them from your graveyard. That's something I just learned today. Bear Escape, card of quite controversy with the secret layer that came out, that had the Bear Escape with a bunch of naked guys in a hot spring, which I think is just hilarious and awesome. This art is also beautiful and iconic to me. And Shatter of the Squirrel. That's just special to my heart. We don't really have to look at it for too long, but there's yet there, Druid's Call, of course, for me and my squirrel deck. And then there's the flute guy. I think we'll see him soon, whatever his name is. It'll come to me again. Oh, did we go over the pre-release card or not yet? Nut Collector. There he is, the flute guy. Nut Collector was super important in my deck, obviously, because you got all the squirrels, and if you had 7 cards in your graveyard, bam, and then you'd win with Overrun. That's how I played. And oh, I think I even had that horrible elf, the 0/1. Seton, our amazing and beautiful centaur druid legend. Seton, the Crozen Protector. Survival of the fittest is not only the law of the pits, it's the law of nature. That is why I fight. Interesting. I love this card as a kid as well, and I saw, here we go, Squirrel Nest and Squirrel Mob. Oh my god. Squirrel Mob. Quick little throwback. I think it was reprinted in Modern Horizons 2, so we're not going to do it too much. Here we go. The first and only card for Magic the Gathering, I think, printed in Arabic. So this was the pre-release for the 22nd of September 2001. And you have here the beautiful Stone-Tongue Basilisk. There we go. That was the pre-release. I wonder where or when I got it. Oh, Lord. Look at these guys. Just look at these. I would love there to be a return of the Atogs. Is there another Atog legend? And the beautiful iridescent angel. She enraptures all, encompasses all, endures all. And this one relishes old-fashioned family meals. I remember this card. Well, Shadow Mage Infiltrator was very played, and I remember this card going through the most absurd buyout, actually. It went from like $40 or $40 to like $1,000 because people were doing really absurd buyouts, but really you can find it for probably under $100 today, so that's good. Our beautiful Vampiric Dragon. Did I forget one of? No, it's in another set. All right, cool. I was thinking of another card that I will show you another day when we get there. We're kind of, I'm going at it a bit randomly. You guys make requests, and then I pick sets according to what you ask for. This is the special Mirari. It offers you what you want, not what you need. Braids. I don't think I've ever seen Mirari being played. Have you guys ever tried to play with it? What's the deal on the card? I think it's beautiful. Anything that says Legends is really special to me, so that's that. Not much of value here, but beautiful art, like the eggs, which are really stunning. And now we get into some of the most expensive cards, which are Crystal Quarry. The art is, again, Alan Polak is unbelievable. Then we have Deserted Temple right here, which is around $330 in foil. And directly behind, Tarnished Citadel. So, and now the lands, which we'll go over really quickly, because I see it's been a long video. And I hope that you appreciated going over the set today with me. I know it took a little while, but we went through memory lane and we discovered what the little grave symbol was. I'll talk actually in the next video on how I hunt for conditions and store and all that, because I think I talked a little too much and this one's a long one. So I hope you have a great day, everyone, and thank you so much for whoever stayed with me this long.